Hey everyone, how's it going? Thanks for being here. I expect it to be a light live. Um, and everybody's gone live today. I know Bear's been live at least once or twice, and Amy Jo went live today. There's a few other people live, and now I'm just gonna go live for maybe about an hour or two, and work on this wood spirit that I'm painting. Say hi to everybody that's here so far. June, hello, thank you for being here. The Electric Whittler, awesome, thank you for being here. Carrie, thank you for being here, and my brother Jeff. So let me update you guys if you were on the live yesterday as to what I got done. So yesterday I basically just concentrated on the front and part of the sides to show you just some blending with the black, the white, and then I started on the trunk a little bit. Well, last night I went ahead to try and save some time. And what you see here is I did the back in white and green, if you can see that. And then up here towards the top and towards the bottom, hit plywood. I did hit it with some black because the top and the bottom is where I'm going to try to pull that bark look out from. You're going to have it down here through the center section, but I would like for it to be emphasized at the top and the bottom. So I went a little bit darker at the top. Now today, I'm going to be putting on a few different colors. I've got the fan going on behind me, so they should dry rather quickly. I am going to start hitting the whole wood spirit just so I don't have to go back and do it later on. So I'll get started. I won't keep you guys very long. Mike, thanks for being here. Sorry you had to leave your live last night, man. That was good. You kept me up. I was up until like, I don't know, what was it, 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning? No, I'm just joking. Not that late. Boy, I crashed out like a drunk dude. So I went ahead and checked a couple browns because I'm going to go with two browns, but I wanted to decide what I wanted to do for the top. Dave, thanks for being here. Let me see. You're not coming up as a moderator. Let me see if you're a moderator real quick. No, you are not. So, Dave, you are now a moderator. Everybody's a moderator on this channel. And if you want to share your channel links, go right for it. You have my permission to share. I don't hold anybody back. And hopefully maybe you can grab a couple subs while you're here. And I'm not talking Italian subs, I'm talking subscribers. So what I'm doing is I have two browns. Like I said yesterday, I rated my daughter's paints, so I'm using what I got. One is called the chocolate bar brown, and I think that's got kind of a redder hue to it. So I'm going to go over this with that first because I'm going to do other colors above that and then go more brown after that. And I have what is called chestnut brown, which is, I don't know, kind of an orange brown. I guess you'll see when I do it. Now I am dry brushing this paint. I know I went pretty thick with the green because I wanted the green and the blacks to come through. When you look at it, you know, if you look at this one really close, I don't know how well you can see it, but in the green, in the face and the forehead, you know, you're getting the greens and the whites and the blacks. And then in the trunk, it's pretty bright in here. I might try and turn my light off. You know, I can see here in person that there's many different hues in that. And the trunk, you know, has all kinds of different colors. Now, one thing that I am going to do with this one that I really, really enjoyed, if you look here, let me turn it right this way. I used outlining this right here. It's called a metallic gold. and it's really bright on the camera, but here it's subtle, and it gives a really nice offset to everything. All right, so I'm going to get going. If you guys have any questions, put them in the chat. I will try to answer them the best I can. Once I get going, I will pretty much be paying attention to this. Runic, thank you for being here. Runic says, my ears hurt from listening to the CNC all day, but I will aside from that. All right, good. So I'm going to get started. I am going to use this chocolate bar brown first. Well, like I said, it has a reddish hue to it. And now you're going to notice what I want to do is I'm starting in the middle of this, because as I dry brush this up, I want to brush into the black, because I want the black to stay somewhat sticking out to start turning the bark the colors I want to turn it. So I'm going to get going. And with dry brushing, remember, I'm not sure if you can see this. I'm just dabbing in to the paint and then clearing the brush off and then lightly painting over this to get the colors to come through. And if you notice, I'm just feathering up through the black because I want it to blend. Now I am going to go over all this green, because when this dries, that green will still come through. And hopefully you'll get a chance to see that. Well, you will, because there's probably going to be one more live on this, unless I finish it up. But I really don't want to just finish it up. I want you guys to be able to see it. Now, because of the different grooves and cuts and everything in this, you will see me doing different strokes, just kind of following the pattern of the cuts. Because that's for me, a really good way to hit the high spots. And you're only wanting to hit the high spots on this. You don't want to paint through everything, because then you're going to start taking your depth away. And as I mentioned yesterday, if you get into a situation where you get too much paint into one spot, keep brushing it off. It will fade. And what you will see me do a few times today is I will take my wire brush and wire brush over this, which gives it a really cool effect. I like it. I did go ahead and paint the tops and the bottom, or the top and the bottom. That way, those are done. They're just in black, but it's better than just showing the wood. So you guys having a good Saturday? Have you checked out all the lives that's been going on? I mean, Bear's been going crazy over there at that festival he's at, selling stuff and going live, and it's actually pretty cool. I kind of like this chocolate brown, even though it has a red hue to it. I kind of like how it's drying against everything else. And like I said, this is going to dry fast because I'm barely putting any on. And I have a huge fan right at my left shoulder, set to high, blowing on it. I'm gonna hold dude's nose here and do the back real quick. So I tried I ordered a different camera holder today to get me more of an overhead shot. So I tried to change my tripod around to assist in that until I can get that in. Amy Jo had sent me a link after her live today on what she uses. So I just went ahead and ordered it. What do you guys think? Is this much better than the other day? Can you see better? Hey, Canadian Chris, how's it going? There's so little paint going on as you're dry brushing this that really by the time you get around to it, it's dried, which is cool. So real quick, just to kind of show you, you guys see that brown coming through and the black here and then poking through. Turn around. Up here, I can see it well. I can see it well. So my thoughts are, I am leaving the beard and the mustache until last because I'm going to do those a lighter color. They're not going to be the brown or that stuff because I kind of want them to stick out. They're going to be lighter tones. Lighter tones. I will paint inside of here to give a little bit of depth and separation. But other than that, I'm leaving that alone until last. And get inside the eyes. Now I'm just basically trying to go over the green and the white in the eyes. I'm leaving the black parts black for depth. Which is pretty cool. When it turns out, it's going to turn out really nice. It will turn out really nice. I have no doubt. My color structure, however, might not be the best. But you know what? I think it was who was it last night? Said, it's my carving, however I want to make it. I'm going to make it cool. It just might not be everybody else's cup of tea. Spike said that. So don't worry about it. It's your carving. Do what you want to do. So doing what I want to do, and I'm using the paint that I have. That is the number one thing. I'm using what's available, which I think is good. Can you guys hear me all right out in there? Out there? I don't have Rusty here to do a check, so I may be sitting here for the last 20 minutes just talking to myself, and you guys have no clue to what the hell I'm saying. If you can hear me, just yes, baby kisses. Thank you. So down in here, let me do this side. Where you see the green, I'm going to do the same colors there as up here because you're going to get depth in that beard and that mustache by keeping that dark. Right now, it just kind of all blends, right? Well, by going darker in there, it's going to separate everything and give you some depth. Especially when you do the beard and the mustache a lighter color, just that light against the dark will come out really well, in my opinion. And I'm not so much worried about dry brushing in there. I am, but I want it to be darker in there. So if I hide a lot of the colors, that's okay, because you can see now it's starting to put some depth in there, and when it dries, it'll be really cool. So I'm gonna leave that part alone right now. I'm gonna grab a drink, and as I explained yesterday on the live, once I did all the carvings, the grooves, and everything, I went over ever so lightly the entire wood spirit with the 1/4 inch Kutzel burr. Now, I gently went over it, not so it would grab and rip chunks out, which is okay if it does, because that's just going to add more character. But, hey, Dad. But it puts these little tiny grooves that go opposite direction of the grooves that I cut in. So it gives it more texture. And what I do is, for one, just to knock the paint down, just to knock the brightness of the paint, I will use, and you'll see me do this a few times tonight, I will use this wire brush to gently go along the cuts to try to highlight those offsets back. And it does take out some of the paint, so it does aid in blending everything, which is cool. And while I'm hitting the back, I'm not necessarily concerned with the back, because it'll probably be sitting on a shelf somewhere where you're really not going to see it. I don't plan on selling these. So I'm just gently going over this with the wire brush. And this piece, the wood, is soft enough to where if it adds a few little marks in it, good for me. It's just more texture. I'm a texture person. I want to see bumps. I want to see bruises. I want to see chunks of wood missing. I want character in the piece, and that's all I'm really aiming for. So I'm going to give this a second. I'm going to talk to everybody in chat, and then I'm actually going to go off rail again, and I'm going to go from a dark color to a gray. Just haven't figured out which gray I want to use. I have country gray, which is a lighter gray, I believe. And then I have elephant gray, which I think is going to be a darker. I may use that towards the end. I'm not sure yet. So how's everybody doing? Johnny's Lacecraft, thank you. Johnny's Lacecrafts was the first one to send me a submission picture for the Heart Challenge. So thank you very much, sir. And I believe you guys are going to hear it here first. Johnny's Lacecrafts are going to be on the show next Thursday with Rusty and I, which is really cool. So if you have not subbed to Johnny's channel, please go do so. I'm just going to look through, make sure everybody's a moderator. If you are not highlighted blue in chat, let me know because I want to make you a moderator. Everybody gets to be a moderator. And Johnny, if you want to share your channel in here, bud, go right ahead. Everybody is allowed to share their channel, and I encourage it. So, all right. I'm going to hit this one more time lightly with the wire brush. That's good. Are you guys able to see the different colors coming out through that? Because here I can see them. I can see the whites. I can see the greens. I obviously can see the browns. The black's up here, the black down here for the trunk. So, all right, well, let's see which gray I want to use first. I'm just going to put a dab down just to see. Pretty sure I'm going to go with the lighter gray and save the darker gray towards the end layer. Ah, my paint just spit on me, ladies and gentlemen. I just got spooch on my hand. What color am I thinking of my fingers? What are you talking about, Dad? I do not have an clue of what you're talking about. What do you mean? What do you mean? Yeah, I don't know. You know what? Um, as of right now, I can deny everything. But you know, as far as my fingers are, I got man hands. No one wants to see any paint on my man hands. What are you talking about? So yeah, I'm gonna go with the country gray. It's a little lighter. That way, it's got some contrast between light dark, light dark. All right. Well, I'm not gonna. All right. Thanks, Dad. Kind of put it out there for me. You know what? No, I'm not saying a word. You guys go to Amy Jo's channel and you look at her latest post and you comment on her post what she asks you to comment, and then you come back here and you start making fun of me, just like Dad. But I'm not giving anything away. If you want to know, you've got to work for it. Leave this live right now. Go to her channel, look at her latest post, and put a comment in because I'm screwed. So this light gray, I'm trying to just get some on here. I do not even want, I know it's going to get covered at some point with something else, but when I get it in here, you're going to see how it's going to start blending. And I am far from a professional painter. I'm just doing what I see, doing what I like, and having fun with it. And it's kind of like, to me, painting a model airplane when you were younger, if you ever did that. Um, to me, that was relaxing, and I could enjoy myself doing it. Just kind of get lost in the paint and what you're trying to accomplish. And that's it. So my goal is, as I get each layer on, I'm going to go lighter and lighter with the amount that I put on. So you'll start seeing all the different hues. Oh, you guys posted what? All right. Well, if no one's going to Amy Jo's channel to find out, I ain't telling you. I'm not telling you. I told her I wasn't telling anybody. Uh-uh. It was Siri Bob. You just got to find out for yourself. Oh, speak of the devil. Hi, Amy Jo. So yeah, forget about what I was just talking about, and find out for yourself. I'm not telling anybody. All right, have fun, Amy Jo. Thank you for having me on today. It was a blast. I had a good time. So inside here, I'm just putting a touch of gray. I'm not trying to cover it, but I'm trying to keep the colors flowing and cohesive. All right, now that I've got the front and the sides pretty much good, I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing to the back, but I'm not really going to be concerned that much with the back. And you know, the reason I'm not going to say anything because, sorry about that. I don't want to steal. Is she gone yet? All right. Hey, gotta go. Cool. Peace out. All right. Maybe she's gone. So, you know, I don't want to steal Amy Jo's thunder. So, no, that's her victory. She can have it. Just know this. Don't ever make a bet with that woman. 0 for 3. Worried about going 3 for 5 because, well, I don't know what's going to happen to me next. All right, so it's really bright. But can you see how the colors are coming through? I'm gonna have to try turning my lights off when I do this because I have the garage door open, which is letting sunlight in, and the garage lights. It's actually a better spot right there, but can you see how they're blending and kind of coming through? I can see it well here. All right. So I'm going to hit this just a little bit. Chris, you better be careful, man. If you set Canada on fire again, oh my goodness, you guys can't handle much more. Eyes a little bit, the nose. All right. Cool. So here I can see some greens, I can see some whites. See the black in the depth, which is cool. That's really what I want to stick out. Um, the gray is drying and drying into that brown that I put in, which is awesome. I like that. So now I just have to pick out, where do I want to go? Do I want to go? I don't know if I want to go black again. I don't have many choices. Yeah, we're going to do black a little bit more around the top and the bottom. We're just going to touch up that black, and then I'm going to think about the rest of it. I am trying to avoid going out and buying a crap ton of paints. What weren't you expecting? Baby kisses? Says, wow, Delaney, I wasn't expecting that. What weren't you expecting? Canadian Chris to catch Cannon Fire? Black. I was going to go with black. Just painted brown. Yeah. So it doesn't look good. Oh, you weren't expecting black over brown. No, you're right. But it's only at the bottom and the top, and just a little bit. Matter of fact, I might even, let me see. I don't think I have any clean water, but let's see. No, and as you can see, I am working this brush until that black is almost gone. Not doing the entire thing black. What I want to do is right here at the bottom, just kind of bring a little bit more darkness for what I'm hoping to pull out to be the trunk. As you can see, just lightly hitting it, almost to where the black isn't actually hitting everything. It's just kind of touching it. If I had water, which I forgot to bring some water out here, I would probably dip the brush in water, clean water, and then go into the black, but I don't. And I'm really rubbing that in so it kind of blends. And then I'm going to rub it up so it will fade. Kind of pushing. At this point, I'm pushing the paint. I'm not painting. I'm pushing it. I'm moving it around so it will spread out. It looks very dark and very bright here, but that's okay, or on the screen, but that's okay. That's going to be the tree trunk. Trust me, it will work. I have faith in myself. All right. So I try and get this black close back up. Options. My daughter loves green. I've got like 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what? That's what I think I'm going to do. Gotcha. Okay. So I am going to use Hunter Green just to go over this ever so gently. Because if you can see, it's starting to dry. It's blending. It doesn't look that good on the camera, which I can see, at least on my laptop it doesn't. But here it's blending in really well, and I can see all of the different hues. And custom created handmade crafts. Give me 1 second. Let me make you a moderator. I think I tried to do that the other night, but I kept missing you. There you go. Now, Custom Ink, you can share your link and hopefully maybe pick up a few subs. I don't even know how many people's watching. 10. Hey, I'm happy with that. There's been a lot of people here today. So I'm going to go with this Hunter Green now, very gently over it. Hey, Josh Fritz. Is that the green? What green did I use? I got to see something here. I want the darker green. No, I think I want the Hunter Green. Because that one is way too bright, almost a neon green. Ooh. Yeah, that green is almost an olive color. Ivy green? Yeah, I'm gonna go with the ivy green again. Because it's darker. And I'm leaving some water in my brush. Let's see. And because I don't want to cover up a lot of the paint, I'm just using this until I run out of the green. Just spreading it around a little bit. Actually, I'm going to dip it back into the water for a second. Tap it off. Then go back into the green. Clean that off a bit. Come towards the back. Now, if I didn't mention, if you're doing the dry brushing like this, you really want to try and keep your brush, as workable but dry as you can, because you don't really want to fill up those grooves. You want that depth left in the grooves. Did get a little bit too much green up here, so I'm just going to rub it with the brush and try and stretch it out. Blend it in. But you can do that, it's fine. And come back here a little bit. Black. Just a bit. And like I said, the back, I'm just going over the back because it's not going to be seen anyways. Really worried about the front, but I want to have color back there. Anyways. All right. So serious in here. I got quiet all of a sudden. It's like, oh, I'm concentrating. Don't talk to me. I'm going to take a break in a second. Need to get a drink. Feeling it. I am utilizing some water with this green because I don't want it to get crazy. But at the same time, kicking the water and the green out of the brush. Or on the eyebrows, I'm going a little bit darker on the green, feathering everything else back in. So have you guys had a good Saturday? June, I missed you on Miss Francis's live last night. They were playing that game, and I was like, you know what? I miss June because I got a lot of answers because you were talking through them, and you would get so close, and then I would be like, "Oh, this is it." And if you got there later, I missed you, but yeah, really could have used your help last night because oh, that's all right. Sometimes we have to talk to our spouses, baby, because it's 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 in the contract. But yeah, Bear was there. Bear, I think, ended up having to quit because he was getting all the answers, and everybody was getting upset with him. They're like, "Bear, you're cheating. You're cheating, Bear," which he did admit. He played the game before with his friends, so. But that doesn't mean he was cheating. It just means he's really good. All right, I am going to let this sit just for a few moments. Because really, other than going with one more brown, or do I don't, hmm, let me think. What do I want to do? All right, I'm going to let this sit for a few moments. I guess at the back, I'm just hitting the back to cover it up, but you should be able to see some nice tones coming out of that. My camera might not be picking it up with the light, but I see them very well here. So I'm going to take a break for a minute. I am going to get a drink, relax, and talk to you guys for a minute. And let that water dry a little bit, just a little bit. Bear was killing it, wasn't he? No, well, it might have been Cindy's grandson. It may have because I think Cindy was the one to ask Miss Francis if she was going to play. But man, oh man, yes, there were a couple of times Miss Francis didn't even show the card, and Bear was like Pirates of the Caribbean, and then she would flip the card, and it was Pirates of the Caribbean. I mean, not Pirates of the Caribbean, but you know what I'm saying. But Bear is like quick. I mean, if you put a stopwatch on Bear, he might have been like 4 seconds. He was on his game last night. I just gave up. Plus, I wasn't getting them like I got them the other night. The one night we played, man, it was a blast. And it was, I want to say, kind of more adult ish thing. So it was kind of more along my alley. And it was somebody else's channel. So I could kind of let go, which made it fun. But yeah, good times, good times. So I think Wish I remembered which one I used. I think I'm going to go with the darker gray this time, because after this one, after this layer, I'm going to go with some brown, and that's it. That is it for around the body and stuff. So 2 more, and only the gray only because I kind of want to lighten it up. Then I'm going to work on the beard and the mustache. But so far to me, I mean, here it looks really good. I can see the depth in the colors. I can see the colors poking through here and there, which is exactly what I want. I can see the trunk. The trunk is coming out pretty good. And cool. I can't foresee myself buying a set of paints other than the 5 or 6 that I have, because I think that kind of limits me. But making do with what I have, and I am going to use that metallic gold again somewhere. I have to use that metallic gold again because it came out so nice on that one over there. I'm putting it somewhere. I am definitely putting it somewhere. So do you guys like seeing videos like this? You know, Runic does a lot of painting videos you guys can watch if you haven't, but this is really the first time I've tried to do videos of any type of painting. And it wasn't until these wood spirits that I really found I wanted to get back into painting again. So, you know, if you want to see more painting videos like this, you know, you can always check out Runic. I'll do more. It really depends on you guys. I may end up doing more anyways. As I do more wood spirits, I may end up painting them. As I get more paints, I may dabble in different colors to see what I can come up with. So a set of brushes at Walmart is $6 usually, and with a fan brush. Okay. I may have to go up to Walmart and see. We actually have, so I've got probably 10 brushes in my cup. Oops. And then we have a bag of brushes here also. So I think for now, I'm pretty good on the brushes. But the paints that she has, I tried grabbing the earthier tones that she has. And she has a lot of the bright pastel paints. And it's just not what I wanted to use. Like a lot of the yellows, the light blues, I call them like the Caribbean colors. I just didn't think they would go good with what I was trying to accomplish. So awesome. So is anybody else going live tonight? I feel like YouTube has just been blown up today with lives, which is cool because I mean the community is just moving, and seeing the same people in some of the lives has been awesome. So and I finally saw Miss Wanda today. She finally put out a video. She hasn't been around in quite some time. So it was nice hearing from Miss Wanda again. I know many of you know Miss Wanda. I'm sure probably all of you. But that was pretty cool getting to see her. Yes, Carrie, you know what? I'm gonna agree with that right now. You guys have been spreading the love. I mean, you have. Um, uh, from me jumping into Mrs. Francis live, you know, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, to now, man, it makes me so happy to see all of you guys bouncing in the different creators' lives and being a part of them, and them being a part of you. I know I've seen Baron the Boss Lady in quite a few of them, Runic in a few of them. Grumpy and Plywood. You know, the community love is getting spread, and that's an awesome thing. Oh, nice. It says Deland, yes, we go to Walmart and get some of the paints. 50 cents to 97 cents. That is good. There's a chocolate brown that I like on the wood. So I have this is called chocolate bar, and I like it, but it has kind of a reddish tint to it though. I don't have a true brown. Look at that fly getting in the paint. I might have that one or this chestnut. And the chestnut for me is just a little bit too white or too orange and bright. So, oh, that's it? Yeah. No, I definitely like that one. I definitely like that one. All right, so I am going with Elephant Gray for my second to last coat. And then we're going to do something with that mustache and beard because it's bothering me just sitting there still being black and white. Mix them both together. You know what? Let me get to that. I almost put the gray with the brown. Let me get to that. So let me do the gray. And then for you guys, for the final coat, I will mix the two browns together. And that will be my final coat on this. And I'm going to hit this real quick with the wire brush because that does help clean out some of those grooves and keep the darkness in them. So you're not hitting it all the way down. It's just highlighting them. If you were, if this is kind of on the verge of antiquing, distressing, because with distressing, you do a lot of sanding of the paint. So in a sense, this is doing the same thing. I guess I can't really call it true antiquing, but I love the way it comes out and it puts different grooves into the wood. All right, that's good. All right, do you see? Does it come out any better now? It looks really good here. I think my lighting is just entirely too bright. Entirely too bright. All right. Elephant gray. Here we go. Ew, that came out like a turd. And I had this black last night that just, ugh, I think it was bad because it came out like a bad night at Taco Bell. Yeah, it wasn't good. It did the job, but it still clumps up on the table here. So I'm leaving my brush a little wet when I'm putting this gray on. And I may even wet it again. Just because I don't want to turn it completely gray. And as it dries, it will let the other colors come through. Just so you guys know, you can do. I mean, I have a lot of fun playing with water and paint. Um, it's you can do a lot of fun stuff with it. So I really kind of want to have a dry paint brush on this last lighter coat. I might even dip my brush back into that dirty, nasty water just to get it wet, because I don't want to really cover up these browns and greens and reds, which I can see them really well here. I know you really can't see them because of my lighting, but once I do a finished photo, you should be able to see what I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm putting it back into the water for a minute. There we go. Just really barely getting any paint on the brush with the water, and then wiping it off. You know, baby kisses, if you saw our basement, um, my wife used to do scrapbooking. She still does. She still does. But our basement is just one big scrapbook room. She used to go to conventions and stuff. I went years ago, like 15 years ago. I've been to a couple scrapbook conventions with her, and I actually used to scrapbook, but I got out of it, and that was a lot of fun. But yeah, our basement is just overflowing with craft paper and stuff. Oop, almost forgot the news. All right, so I'm gonna have you guys help me out on this beard and mustache if you don't mind. Um, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it yet. I'll let you know the colors that I have and see if you think, because I'm not gonna go crazy on the layers like on that, like I did with the body. Um, so I don't think it's necessary. The body is really where I wanted the detail and attention to come out. Okay. I get the gray everywhere. Good enough. All right. Give that a second just to dry. Hit it up just gently hitting it. Okay. So we'll set that down. So do you think I should go Yellow with a beard and mustache? What if I just did gray on the beard and mustache? I mean, yeah, I could. It would definitely stick out. Um, I have country gray, elephant gray. I think those are the only two grays I have. Country gray is a lighter gray. Country gray has a little bit of a, or elephant gray is more of a darker gray. So if we're gonna go light, probably want to try and do the country gray. So okay, now the fun part. We are mixing chocolate bar brown with chestnut per the chat's request. Shaking them up. Try and find a dry spot. Pretty much something wet all over the place. Let me get rid of the little dingle dangle there. Tap that down. Going to be way too much, but put a little bit of that down. And I don't have anything clean to mix them, so I'm going to use the tip of this paintbrush. Shh. Are the doodles in the house, ladies and gentlemen? Yes, the storm doesn't even come close to being as bad as the one a couple of hours ago. We got hit with a storm a couple of hours ago too. So yeah, seems to be going through. All right, we're mixing and mixing and mixing. You know what? It's going down a little bit. So let's see what happens. This is nice because if it doesn't look good, I can blame you guys. Oh, what's that? Dry this off. All right, we've got our two browns mixed. And I'm gonna start on the back just to see how it looks. Oh, that's, you guys, I think, made the right choice. That might come out really well. I'm definitely going to go light on it, though. We're going to work this from back to front. What I'm even thinking maybe is get some black paint in these grooves and try and do just a little bit of highlighting. That way, that's way too much. I want it to be that much. I basically want the brown to break up the green and the other colors. And I'm really wanting to just use this brown as the last coat as kind of an accent coat as I'm sitting here trying to sound sophisticated. I want to have an accent coat as my final layer because that's what proper people that paint do. They put accent coats on. I've smelled too much paint tonight. What I will do is go just a little bit heavier on the eyebrows to get them to stick out just a smidge. Uh, Hold on a second. So this might look funny, but give me 1 second. My microphone just told me that it is low, so let me get this plugged in. Okay, that's better. So yeah, with this brown, I'm just trying to accent it. Get some brown in there to break up all the green, not cover up everything else. And kind of highlight eyebrows a bit. And even though I'm dabbing into just the little edge of that pool of paint, I'm knocking it off quite a bit before I hit this. I really want to try and control how much goes on here now at this point. Get in the eyes. And I'll start deep with that. So by the time it comes out, it's basically just going to highlight. Yeah, I can definitely see myself investing into some paints in the future because I really enjoy this. Too much paint, so I wiped it off with my finger. Mm. So we're going gray, you said, with the beard and the mustache, which is cool. We will do that. I do not have a problem with that. It sounds fun. But since we're getting so close, I get a good amount inside there. take a look. All right. Boom. All right. Get a little bit inside here. And I think we're going to be almost done. I will let this sit overnight and then put some clear coat on it tomorrow, like I did the other one. Mixing those two browns is a great idea. I do like that. I do like the way that came out a lot better. So thank you guys. So I want that a little bit darker inside there. Awesome. All right, let that sit for a minute. Probably doesn't need to, but should gently go over these eyes. Now, all right, before we do the inside, I have to use this gold. I love that gold. Use a very little bit of it. It's a metallic gold. Once it gets dried and hit down, it doesn't really look that bad. Probably gonna shoot myself for doing this, but just putting a dab. Excuse me. Grab my ride. Try and dry this pretty good. So what I kind of want to do with this is just put a little highlight mark right along here of that gold. Just a little bit. Don't yell at me, you guys. It's really not a lot, but I like it. See, you can hardly tell it's there, but visually here, it makes a difference for me. Now, if you have a gold or a metallic gold or something like that, and you want to do a true antiquing, there is nothing wrong with just painting this black, dry brushing over the black with your color of choice. I would suggest the gold or a silver if you have a silver. And you can antique these that way, quick and simple. Quick and simple. Black, and then brush over with the gold. kind of feel like I should have did the beard in that color because I like it. But it will be different with the beard. That's it. Hit this just a little bit. All right. Think that will be good. Let me get my gray ready. Are we going with a lighter gray or are we going to go with the darker gray? We have the country gray, which is a lighter gray, or are we going to go with the elephant gray, which is a slightly darker gray? You guys tell me. Light or dark? Okay, then I'm going to guess either you can't hear me or nobody wants to make a decision. Where are we putting it at? We're putting it on the beard and the mustache. Everybody said to use gray. So for the beard and the mustache, we're going to go with the gray. Do you want it to be lighter than everything else? Darker? Awesome. All right. I was hoping you were saying that. So we're going to go with the country gray because that is what I have. And it may look good. Dry spot, dry spot, dry spot. Don't need much. Let's find a brush. Not that big of a brush. We'll go with it. Man, I got to thank you guys so much for being here. Gray, beard, and stash for sure. Okay, Tim. Thank you. I appreciate you guys being here for sure. I know with all the lives that were going on today, that you could get YouTubed out. But I will say this, jokingly, this is my second live today, and neither one of you guys got to see this pretty face in either one of them. So I'm sorry for that. Here, let me pat myself on my own back. What a turd. All right. Here we go. All right, I can tell you right now that was a good choice. I like it. I'm gonna have to hit it with the wire brush, I believe. See what happens when it dries. No, maybe not. Should be good. Once it dries, it will bring back out some of those whites. The blacks are still going to come through. So I think you guys made a good choice. I'm gonna have to listen to you more often. And I will say, I don't hardly give up any type of creative suggestions. I'm bad like that. So if I let you talk me into doing gray, that must mean I really like you guys. Sometimes I'm bullheaded and stubborn that way. But this is fun. I enjoy it. So, and I like you guys. I really do. I enjoy you guys being here. Got quiet again. Concentrating. I was actually trying to come up with something really funny to say to Canadian Chris, but I just couldn't do it. I couldn't come up with anything. And I kind of defeated my own purpose because I covered up. I have to go in there and change that. I covered up my depth spot. All right, so what do you think about the gray against it? Is it too gray? It's going to dry. What do you think? Should I put little hints of something else on top of it? You love them? All right. You guys did a good job picking that out. Truly do appreciate that. Thank you, Carrie. All right. So there is something I'm going to do. It is going to drive me nuts. I have to do some black in here because when I'm looking at it, it just blends. It just blends. Maybe a streak of gray mix with another color. And yes, so I only have two grays. I have a lighter gray and a darker gray, and the lighter gray is only going to make the darker gray light. So I'm kind of messed up on that. I was actually thinking, I was actually thinking about doing that gold highlight. Just, I think it needs it. I think I'm gonna. Ah, let me think about this because I know I'm just gonna completely jack it up if I do that. But I feel like I need to do that metallic gold, which I got up here somehow. Yeah, I left. Yeah, let me get some black in here. I need to think this because I'm about ready to jack this whole thing up. I like it the way it is. I like the gray. I like the contrast, but I feel like it needs something. And maybe a metallic gold isn't it, but if I can do it light enough, it just might be it. But let's see. Let me get the inside here done first, because that's going to drive me nuts. If I do this gold, I need you guys to pray for me, because if it comes out like junk, I'm throwing it through the bay door. Just saying right now. I really think it needs that gold against that gray. I think it needs shiny. It needs a shiny. I know that sounds weird, but it's so dark. I think it needs a shiny. And the only shiny I have is that. So let me get in here real quick. I need to get some black in here because I need that depth back. All right. What? What are you talking about nail polish, Artsy? I do not know what you're talking about with nail polish. What are you talking about? There's no way to land nail polish, really? I don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking about? Fill me in on it. Tell me what you're talking about, because I don't have any clue. Cat's Peace. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. All right, guys, I'm going for it. I am going to do it. All right, let you see it. So now you've got your depth back in there because I put the black in. What guy over where? Who's that guy? Who's that girl? Here, guys, remember that movie? All right, I'm doing it. I've decided. I've decided. Hold on, sorry. I am going to slowly put a little bit of gold in the beard and mustache. At Amy Joe. Amy Joe's not even here. What are you talking about? Who's what guy? You guys are killing me. You guys are killing me. All right. I need your prayers right now, because if I screw this up right now, I'm done. Dude, I love Madonna. Madonna back in the day was sexy. She's still sexy. She can't sing anymore. But Madonna was like, so she's from Detroit, and I'm from the Detroit area. So she was sexy just because I felt like we lived in the same state. So I was kind of friends with her. I never knew her, but since we lived so close, we were pals. All right, I need them. I need prayers right now, people, because this is about to get good, or this is about to get holy cow crap bad. Oh, I'm so nervous. I'm shaking right now. I am so shaken. I don't even want to. I need like just that much, and I think I'm gonna need some crack if I do this. I'm not gonna need crack. I'm just joking, but I need a bigger brush. Once I go into this, I'm gonna go into it. Going in feet first. Oh, thank you, Kat. I love that you're here. I love that you are probably the most top, not putting anybody else aside, channel supporter for all of like YouTube. I mean, you are crazy everywhere and you share lives and everything. So, all right, I'm doing it. Holy, I'm going to say it. Holy shit, I can't believe it. I'm going to do this. I can't believe I'm going to do this. Oh, I'm so scared. I'm standing up. I got to sit down. Ah. Oh, loady, loady, loady. Let's see. Just highlight it. Just. Ah. Yes, I'm making noise because I'm trying to. I'm like a bull in the china shop. So being this gentle with something is not a phrase that I can deal with or an action. I know it seems like so little, but we will adjust from there. We will adjust from there. No, let's do the stash. Ah! Oh! Just a little bit. I think my heart stopped. I really do. Really don't. Really hope you guys can not hear the noise that I'm making because I have some really awkward noises coming out of me right now. You know what? Kind of digging it. I am kind of digging it. Not gonna lie. Matter of fact, I might go back over the beard. Here, check this out. You might not be able to see it that well because my camera is not that good, but I am actually kind of digging it because it's not coming out as metal as I thought it was going to be, but it's giving it just enough contrast against that black and the gray. It's giving it, I think, what it needed. I really do. I'm digging it. All right, I can relax now. I don't think it's horrible. We'll need more. So I'm going to go over the beard a little bit more. Kind of digging it. I feel good now. Thank you guys for your prayers because that would have been, those storm doors are like $2,000. So had this have gone through that storm door, I would have just moved because my wife is out of town, and if she came home to a wood spirit through the storm door, I would have had to have moved anyways. So thank you for saving me $2,000 and not being homeless. I appreciate it. What's up, Bear and the Boss Lady? All right, I need a little bit more. Need a little bit more of the metallic gold. Let's go. Bear, you are killing it this weekend. All right, let's do this. Gentle. Gentle. Just caress it. That's the scary part. Like that first couple of brushes in, it's like you're going to make or break it. And if you get a big clump at that point, it's over. Once I get that first couple of clumps out where I can spread it, I'm good. But if it just starts oozing somewhere, oh, that's not what I want. But so far, it is behaving like I hoped it would. It is behaving like a good little paintbrush. So I'm happy. I'm a happy camper right now. Let's get a little bit inside here. Might try and get a little bit more at the bottom. It's bling. So that's what it is. It's bling. My wood spirit has bling. So, yeah. A little bit more down here. There's one spot of white right up on the side of the nose by the eye that I'm going to have to figure out later how to fix, because whenever you look at it, look, it's just like, bam, white. Ah! So I know it's probably not a good camera view, and I can't get my phone to focus that well, but trust me in saying that that was the right way to go, because that metallic gold against that gray and the black was, I think, the perfect combination. And you guys helped me get there. Thank you so much, because you said that gray, and that gray was really, really good. For me, I needed something else. I needed a wow factor, and I think I have the wow factor here. And this is cool. So now I'm going to play with it. Now I've gone from, so this is what I do. So I went from all scared that I was going to screw this thing up. So now that I'm like, oh, look, this is really cool. I can't just set it down. I'm just going to keep going and play with it, and do a little dab here and a little dab there, because I'm liking it. And sometimes I get to the point to where I ruin it, but I'm barely touching it. Gently, this is going to sound so horrible. I am gently caressing the wood. I just didn't know how to say that. And I'm dabbing it to try and get it into cover a little bit more. I hope when this is dried with a clear coat on it tomorrow, that this really pops like I hope it will, like I'm seeing it right now. All right. I am calling this one done. I'm letting this dry. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with you guys helping me with it and suggesting which grade to use, because I think that really set it off. So yeah, I wish you guys could have a better view of it. See that white right there? Look, see the white? Oh, that's killing me. That's aggravating me so bad right there. I'm gonna have to fix that. Hey, my honey's handmade. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. I may do some touch ups on it with a little bit of black on the eyes, just a touch, because I think the eyes are just too red. I think I went a little too dark on them, but that'll be later on. I'm gonna let this sit and just rest, and I'm gonna look at it, and I'm gonna be like, I've got a blinged out wood spirit. That's cool. You guys are fantastic. I love you guys. Thank you, Kat. You guys are the best. Hanging out with this ugly mug on a Saturday night, watching me paint. I don't know what the heck I'm doing, and just trying to figure it out, having fun. You guys are going along for the ride with me. I really appreciate that. So I guess I will say something right now, since it's been hinted at and alluded to. And I swore up and down I would not say anything until you're polite and enjoyable. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. That's two words I really haven't been called in a while, polite and enjoyable. But thank you. Um, so I told Amy Jo that I was not going to say anything because this is her deal. It's her page. It's her everything. She posted it, and she posted a picture of me. I want everybody to go to Amy Jo's page and look at her post. She doesn't have a video out. She has a post. And I want you guys to comment on that post. A few weeks back, Amy Jo and I had a wager, which I have never, had 3 angry nevers. Betting Amy Jo again because she whooped my butt in the carve off challenge, and now she's taking my manhood, y'all. She is taking my manhood. We had a bet that one of her videos would not get over 2,000 views. And today, Amy Jo and I went live doing some carving together. And the last I looked, their video from today got almost 5,000 views. Normally, I would be excited for her, and I would be jumping up and down, and I'd be like, go, Amy Jo. I lost the bet. And that bet is that now I have to do a live with Amy Jo with my fingernails painted. And she gets to pick the fingernails, paint, polish. So the bet was that she could not get a video to go over 2,000 views. And her video, her live today, her and I did a live with some carvings, and that damn video got almost 5,000 views. So I lost. So now, yeah, from what I'm gathering, her and I, because she lives in Colorado and I live in Michigan, we will be doing a live, her shopping in Colorado for fingernail polish, and I will be on her live in Michigan shopping for fingernail polish. She gets to pick the color, and I have to wear it. So, with all the love in the world, I'm going to say congratulations, Amy Jo. Congratulations. I will honor my bet, and I will wear it like a man. But no, seriously, go over to her page, check out her post, put down your recommendations for fingernail polish colors, and can't miss it. She also stole an ugly mug photo of me and put it on her post, so you can't miss it. You know, I mean, you're not wrong, Chris. I would have almost rather. It's tough. It's fingernail polish, and I got to do both hands. I can't just do one. I have got to do both hands. So I'm going to be carving here with fingernail polish on both hands, and yeah. So I told her I wasn't going to say anything, but a couple of you knew anyways. So now, yeah, that's it. But I'm going to end this in just a couple of minutes. I've really, hey, Spike, um, matte black is what I use. You know what? If I thought I could get away with matte black, I'd be over the moon. But she's not going to let me get away with matte black. Um, she's not. I know she's not, and I'm afraid of what she's going to come up with. So, yeah, yeah. But this is it. This is the wood spirit. I'm really liking the gold on the beard and the mustache. I think it's a nice contrast against the reddish browns and the green and the black and the white, which I can see pretty well here. I will fix up that spot right there because that is going to bother the heck out of me. So I'm going to do something with that. But other than that, I think I've had fun doing another painting, and I can foresee myself getting no baby kisses. I thought you liked me. I'm not putting long nails on. No, that was not a part. That was not, no, no, that was not a part of the bet. No. Yeah, I'm Chris. I'm good with my manhood. I'll rock some fingernail polish. I'm telling you right now. I will rock it. I will knock it out of the ballpark park, and I'm gonna take it on the cheek. And I just know now I'm never betting Amy Jo again. I am 0 for 2. And at this point, I do not think I can ever beat her at anything. So I'm going to find somebody else to bet and put them through torture because I'm not betting her anymore. That's no. Yes, yes. You know what? Custom? Yes, I am worked up because you see these hands. I mean, they have paint on them right now, but these are beautiful hands. These are beautiful, hardworking, callus-filled man hands. And these man hands do not need anything to help them, including fingernail polish. The only thing I'm happy about is yes, I should be a hand model. Look, here, let me put that down. Look, these are beautiful hands. I mean, they got paint on them, but I mean, I shower, so but I don't need fingernail polish, but I also don't need to bet Amy Jo anymore. So I'm gonna rock it, dude. I'm gonna rock it. I don't care what she does. I'm not putting extensions on. No. And I'm not getting a pedicure or manicure, whatever it's called. No. I'm going straight on fingernail polish. I'm not even gonna push my cuticles back. I'm gonna paint right up on it, like maybe to the first knuckle. I'm just gonna go fingernail polish from this knuckle all the way down. So yeah. But ow. Thank you guys for hanging out tonight. I really do appreciate it. Shoot over to Amy Jo's page and let her know that she is true. Leggings, really? Baby kisses. I think you just. Do I need to go up into chat? Because just in the chat, you said I was enjoyable and something else really nice. And now you're being mean to me. I'm not just painting the cuticles and all. I'm going up to the knuckle. I'm gonna go to this knuckle right here, and I'm just gonna paint all the way down. Well, I didn't mean to do that knuckle. Oh, I'm not getting violent. My headphones are plugged into the charger, and I hit it, and I almost pulled everything off the table. So no, it's gonna be a good time. I don't know when we're gonna do this. I don't even know if I have to paint them live. That I think would be really weird. But yeah, I've got to talk to her about it more and see what we're gonna do. I do know that I think she wants to do a live of us shopping for fingernail polish, and she's gonna torture me, which is all right. I can handle it. I'm good. But yeah, I'm gonna go. It's getting dark. I'm gonna pack everything up, and I've kept you guys on here for almost 2 hours. Tomorrow, I will put a clear coat on this, and before I leave, I'm gonna fix that spot right there and see how it comes out with the clear coat. But honestly, I'm happy with it. I like it. The gray behind that gold is really good. The black behind the gold is good, and I think that gold makes it stick out like I wanted it to. So I appreciate your guys' input on that, and I appreciate you guys hanging out with me, even though you guys are stabbing me in the back. You guys got Amy Jo's back. No one ever has my back. I got Rusty's back and Amy Jo's back, but never my back. Glow in the dark nails, really? I'm gonna walk into the bedroom after that live, and I'm gonna be shining bright. Thank you, Chris. And I'll have to go to work the next day with glow in the dark nails. What? No. All right. Thank you. I've drawn this on long enough. Make sure you go there and comment on her post and put down what kind of nail color that you think I should have. So thank you very much. Have a great night, and I truly do appreciate you guys. Lime green, baby kisses. You're on a roll tonight. Have a good night. Bye.